Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Getting ready to head up the road and get back home, get back to life, back to reality, and get these kids back to their house too. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you. Snot nose bucket. So, let me say something here. People, stop taking things too seriously. I literally get more flack for things in life that really just don't matter. Okay, one, propane barbecue. If it doesn't work for you, hey, that's cool. It's all right. Don't worry about it. My propane smoker, it works, does the things I want to. People enjoy what I have. If it's not your deal, no problem. And my football gods, guys, I have people literally say they are ready to unsubscribe. I'm sacrilegious because I have my characters up there that I call my football gods. That I'm literally thinking I'm making a church and going to pray to the football gods on every Sunday. Guys, seriously? Seriously. Take it down a notch. But anyway, here's my thing that I'm sitting here thinking about. As I look back at my football history and up there with my football gods, you'll find a couple of them up there. When you look back at the history of the Dallas Cowboys, every team has kind of an identity, you know? And the Cowboys, when you look at when their teams have been really, really good, we've always had a great, great defense, as I've told you guys. And we always have the triplets, okay? Be it Tony Dorsett, Roger Staubach, and Drew Pearson, or Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and Troy Aikman, okay? And maybe we have that now with Zeke Elliott, Amari Cooper, and Dak Prescott. Time will tell. But what you have to understand is we've also had great defenses. We had the Doomsday defense back in the 70s. We had that defense that really didn't have a name during the 90s. And we're developing that defense. But one thing that this team has, that you can look at the Ring of Honor and things that we have not had in a long time, and that is a playmaking safety. Or two. Now, it looks like Xavier Woods is going to be a starter on one side, and right now it's going to be a battle between George Iloka and Jeff Heath for the other safety. But understand, when you think about somebody who should be in the Hall of Fame, the guy who has more tackles than anybody else with the Dallas Cowboys, Darren Woodson, who also had 23 interceptions, that he was one of those guys that when he hit the running back, felt like they got hit. He was literally like a hybrid between a cornerback, a linebacker, and a safety. He did it all. He was the field leader. But he's not the only one. You can look at even Bill Bates, who was a special team standout, but ended up getting the interception that sealed the Dallas Cowboys' Jimmy Johnson's first playoff win. It was a safety. Now, of course, Jimmy Johnson gets the credit, but those two guys were integral parts of that team. And maybe Jeff Heath can be that Bill Bates. Maybe Xavier Woods can be that Darren Woodson type player. I don't know, but you've got to have it. But even if you go back further to the 70s and you think about Charlie Waters and Cliff Harris, who was known as Captain Crunch. You know what? That's the kind of nickname I want. You know, I like Xavier Lays the Woods. I like that, but I need to see him lay that wood some more. But Cliff Harris, one of the football gods up there, 29 interceptions and 4 years in a row all pro. And part of that defense, that's key. Because see, here's the thing about having that safety. You got to understand the safety is that final line of defense. That safety is the guy who's reading the quarterback. That safety is the guy who's helping out wherever help needs to be given in that defensive backfield. That safety is the guy that when somebody comes into my house, you're going to get your ass kicked. He's the junkyard dog. And we have not had that. I mean, the closest thing we had to that was Roy Williams, but Roy Williams, star kind of burned real quick and was gone. And that's that thing that I say, one, I believe at safety 58 that they can get a lights out guy, but a guy who will make a difference on that defense. Because make no mistake, to me, as my buddy DMV said last year, and it didn't hit me, but when he said it, it just was perfectly fit. When you control the middle of the field, you control the field. And that's something our Dallas Cowboys really have not been able to do for a long, long time. And in the same way, your offense starts from that offensive line, your defense starts from that defensive line. We've got the edge. We need to control that middle. And for me, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I look at the places that I have spent the least resources on. And those two places are the one technique and safety. You've gone through and you've got studs everywhere else in this field. You got guys that have been Pro Bowlers. Let's get the guy who can make that difference in the middle of the field. Get that one technique gorilla and get that lights out, knock your head off safety to go on the other side. Now that's the way I look at it. That's the way I think about it. And whether it's right or wrong, the Cowboys go in another direction. It's my opinion. And here on this channel, you're going to hear my opinion. Now, you can discuss and tell me why I'm wrong. So many people want to say, get another offensive lineman. I'm okay with what we have to work with, because what we have to work with is far and away better than others. But I know this. When it comes to the playoffs and big games, the thing that seems to happen to us time after time after time is we are unable to stop the opposition. We've seen Dak Prescott have 3 touchdown passes against Aaron Rodgers, but our defense hasn't been able to stop Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, stop Jared Goff in the Rams. And that's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I want on my defense. I want a defense that says, we may not score enough points, but I'll be damned if you're going to get us in the fourth quarter. We're going to stop your ass and give our offense a chance. So we'll have to wait and see what happens this week at the draft. Well, I got me about 180 miles of driving to do. So let me get my buttocks in gear, up and out of here. And I'll see you guys tonight. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is better, the internet is better back at home from the storms, because we got to be ready to rock and roll tomorrow night during our live stream. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you guys are having a great Easter Sunday. See you soon.